Hello and welcome to another CanHammer Battle Report. Again, you're with me, Jeff, and tonight I'm facing Conrad.
Hello everybody.
And we will be doing another 2,000 point ITC mission. This will be mission number 3. This is where there are 4 objectives on the table, and the bonus point is to hold all 4 objectives. And we're going to be showing you the armies. Alright, here is my 2,000 points of Imperium soup. I will start off with my battalion of Imperial Guard. So I have 2 company commanders, followed by 3 infantry squads with 1 mortar each, and then 3 heavy weapon teams, all with mortars. I'm spending a command point at the start of the game to give this guy the Kurnov's Aquila to get me some command points back. Then I have my warlord, which is Mr. Bobby G himself. He is just in a super heavy auxiliary detachment. And then I have a vanguard of Blood Angels featuring my Captain Smash. He's got a Thunderhammer, Storm Shield, the Relic Jump Pack that I spend a command point for to deny Overwatch and reroll charges, Mephiston, and then in my elite slot I have a Sanguinary Ancient, where 2 more command points are spent to give him the Relic Banner. That gives me a 5-up Feel No Pain. A unit of 8 Sanguinary Guard, all with swords. A unit of 12 Death Company, all with jump packs with 2 Thunderhammers. And then finally 2 Relic Sicarians. This one is a little bit more painted than it was last time. And that is my 2,000 points of Blood Angels. To mention, I've given the Sanguinary Ancient an Inferno Pistol this time because I realized I had 11 extra points. And we'll come back now with the Dark Eldar. Alright, so here we have Conrad's 2,000 points of Dark Eldar. Yes, Dark Eldar again. However, this one is much different than Mike's Witch Cult list. So starting with, we have a... Conrad?
Air wing detachment with 2 Razor Wings and a Void Bomber. Just a standard Dark Lances on the Razor Wings, and then the Void Lances on the Bomber.
And they're Cabal of the Blackheart?
And they're Cabal of Blackheart, yes.
Alright.
Next we have the Spearhead detachment with 3 Ravagers, all with Disintegrators. Don't mind the actual weapons on them. They are Disintegrators for this game. There's a Archon with a Relic of Writ of the Living Muse. And I'm using 4 dedicated transports, which are all Venoms, with the extra Splinter Cannon upgrade.
And these are again our Cabal of the Blackheart.
These are also Cabal of the Blackheart, yes. And now we have a battalion of Obsidian Rose Cabal. In this one we have 2 Archons with blasters and Huskblades. Then we have 3 units of Kabalite Warriors. 2 units have blasters and 1 unit has a Shredder. And finally we have 3 units of Trueborn. All of these are 5-man units. 2 units have blasters and 1 unit has shredders. And then finally I have 2 dedicated transports as well, which have Splinter Cannon upgrades as well.
Alright, and that is 2,000 points of Dark Eldar. The Darkin. We will come back after this with deployment and table setup. Alright, here we are after deployment with ITC mission number 3 Nexus Control. As I mentioned, there's 4 objectives. So there's 1 here, center line, the deployment edge, 1 here, 1 over here, and finally a mirrored image back there in my zone. So the way I've set up, I have my 1 squad of infantry guardsmen there with Mephiston, my Death Company, and my Sanguinary Ancient, followed by 1 and 2 of the Sicarians, Gilliman, another infantry squad, a mortar team, regular company commander, another infantry squad there, my Sanguinary Guard, chilling in the back, out of range of a lot of those scary blasters. And then in this ruin here, we have one more team in the back, one more team inside, and my company commander with the relic hiding there. For my secondaries, I've chosen Death by 1,000 Cuts. Conrad has a lot of units I can kill, so I need to kill 3 in 1 turn. Big Game Hunter, he's got a few models with more than 10 wounds. And finally, Old School. So, First Strike, Slay the Warlord, Line Breaker, and the fourth one, I always forget, is something else. And now over to Conrad's deployment. So, we got one Razor Wing jet fighter there. We have
Trueborn
and a Venom with blasters.
Trueborn with shredders.
And an Archon hiding in there. And then over here in the center, we have another Venom with
blasters. Trueborn blasters.
a unit of
Cavalite warriors with just a blaster.
Alright, and then over in this corner, we have 3 Venoms, with one with the Archon, with two Archons with the blasters, and then the other 2...
Cavalite unit with shredder and a Cavalite unit with a blaster.
And then finally, the Void Ribbon Bomber and the other Razor Wing jet fighter. That is a deployment. Let's go on to first turn. Conrad has the +1 to go, so let's roll it off. I got a 6. See if Conrad can roll a 5 or the 6. He rolls a 3, so I will definitely take first turn. Conrad's going to attempt to seize. And it's a 3, so Blood Angels have first turn. Oh, and to mention, Conrad has taken Headhunter for his secondary, so kill 4 characters. Recon, which will be in 4 table quarters at the end of his turn, and Old School as well. So we'll come back after Blood Angels movement, turn 1. Alright, end of Blood Angels movement, turn 1. So I attempted to use the Forlorn Fury to advance the Death Company, and Conrad stopped it with Aegis Effect. Not only that, he also rolled the 6, so I lost the 2 command points. However, I gained 1 back on mine, and so I moved and advanced them there. Sanguinary Ancient is there. Galen moved and advanced there. The mortar team, or the infantry squad, moved up. Mephiston moved there. The Sicarans didn't move. This infantry squad moved up there. The infantry squad moved up there. More teams didn't move. And I attempted on my first turn to use On Wings of Fire to deep strike the Death Company. And guess what? Agents Effect again. This time I got my command points refunded, so I'm back up to 9.
Technically, I'm not allowed to effect anymore.
And Conrad is down to 4. Alright, end of Blood Angels turn 1. True enough, that Razor Wing Jet Fighter is dead. However, it took both Sicarans to kill it. Only one brought it down to 4 wounds left, and I couldn't pull it off with mortars. And then not much else happened. I killed 2 Cavalite warriors and put 2 wounds on a Venom.
3 wounds.
3 wounds on a Venom. Not doing much due to my poor rolling and some pretty hot rolling on 6s on Conrad's part. I did score 1 point for Big Game Hunter, 1 point for Old School, and then I hold 2 objectives right now, and I killed 1 thing. So on to Conrad's turn 1. Come back at the end of the movement phase. Alright, end of Dark Eldar movement 2. So we had that Venom pop out its Trueborn that are hiding in that building there. This Venom came around the corner. Archon moved. He's there. The Razor Wing and the Void Ribbon Bomber came over. Ravagers, 1, 2, 3. All disintegrators pop down there. Looking to kill some Sicarans. This Venom with its Troop Stone Slider,
Yeah, it's a Trueborn.
The Trueborn Stone Slider there. Cowboys didn't move. And then the 3 Venoms that were over there all moved up to capture this objective. So we'll come back after Dark Eldar, turn 1. Well, end of Dark Eldar, turn 2. Quite an effective turn. So we saw the Death Company get wiped out by mass splinter and blast fire. Mephiston took it by blasters. The Sanguinary Ancient is down to 1 wound. We saw this infantry squad go down to 3 guys. They lost the mortar team in morale. And then you'll notice there are no more Sicarans here. The Sicaran that was here had 1 wound left. I needed to roll a 4. I rolled a 1. I command pointed it, rolled another 1, then rolled a 6 for the explosion. Rolled a 6 and killed for the d6 mortal wounds and killed the mortar team. Rolled another 6 for d6 mortal wounds, killed the company commander. Rolled a 5 for the infantry squad that was here. They lost 5. That infantry squad lost 5, and the other Sicaran lost 3. Fantastic. And the other Sicaran went down to dark lances and missiles. And then Conrad proceeded to clean up and killed the other infantry squad over here, and I lost 1 mortar team and 1 sanguinary guard. Things not looking good for the Blood Angels, but we'll come back after Blood Angels movement, turn 2. Blood Angels, turn 2 movement. So I tried to Wings of Fire these guys again and got Vect. Conrad happened to roll a 6 again, so I lost my 1 command point that I didn't return with Gilliman. So instead they moved up there. They're going to attempt to charge a Razor Wing there. Gilliman moved up. That Venom might be in trouble. Infantry squad moved to there to capture the objective. Ancient jumped to there, and my Smash Captain decided to join the party to come in here and possibly tank with some flyers. We'll come back at the end of Blood Angel, turn 2. And the Blood Angels, turn 2. Sanguinary Guard rolled double 1s for their charge. Completely failed. Gilman made the charge into the Ravager there, had to use a command point to reroll. Sanguinary Guard made it in as well, and the Captain made it into the Void Raven Bomber. Gilman, not surprisingly, killed the Ravager himself. Also killed these guys' transport, Venom, with some shooting. Blew up the Ravager, didn't blow up anything else. Captain whiffed fantastically, but still managed to do 8 wounds to the Void Raven Bomber. Tried to attack again and got Vect for the 4th time this game. My Sanguinary Ancient couldn't attack the Ravager, but he still piled into the dudes up top there. So now we will come back at the end of Dark Eldar turn 2. On my turn, I score 1 for holding objective. I score 1 for killing something in Big Game Hunter. And then I'll get my 2 regular. Last turn, Conrad really cleaned up. He ended up pulling out with 8 points. So at the end of turn 1, it was 8-4. Back with Dark Eldar, turn 2 movement. End of Dark Eldar, movement, turn 3. Venoms moved from there to there. 2 planes moved to here. Those poor guardsmen there never saw it coming. Well, they did, and they're gonna die. Ravagers moved out of combat. They left a death bubble that is my characters there. The Cabalites jumped up top. This moved over to here. The 2 Venoms, 1 moved into the cupboard, probably to shoot and assault some mortars, and the other one is to go after some Death Company and mortars. We'll come back at the end of Dark Eldar, turn 2. This didn't die. End of Dark Eldar, turn 2. Lost the 3 guardsmen, obviously, to shooting. Gilman took a couple wounds, he's down to 7. Lost Smash Captain and the Sanguinary Ancient to shooting. Lost all the Sanguinary Guard to combination of shooting and assault by double Archons. Lost 2 mortar teams, but they survived. And took a wound on that mortar team, putting Conrad up by a significant margin again. So we'll come back after Blood Angels turn 3. Fast movement phase. Blood Angels turn 3, Gilman move 7. And that's it. Mortar team stayed there because they weren't in combat. We'll come back after Blood Angels turn 3. And the Blood Angels turn 3. Predictably, Gilliman shot the Cavalite there and there, killed him. Charged in and killed a Ravager. Rolled the double ones on my charge, so I need to spend a command point to get in there. So I got one left. And then some mortar teams killed the unit that was there. Finally on turn 3, getting me my death by 1,000 cuts. Putting me to still pretty far behind Conrad. So we'll come back at the end of Dark Eldar movement, turn 3. Dark Eldar movement, turn 3. So all this came up. See if they can kill Gilliman. Both the flyers came over here from there. And then these Venoms and the Archons in there came to tangle with the remaining mortars and company commander. We will come back at the end of Dark Eldar, turn 3. End of Dark Eldar, turn 3. Predictably, lost all the mortars and the company commander. Gilliman went down, but came back with 3 wounds. First time I've ever made the Gilliman save. We'll come back after Blood Angels, at the end of Blood Angels, turn 4. With 1 model left, it'll go fast. So, Gilliman moved up, shot the Archon, made all his invul saves. Charged the Archon, made his first 4 saves. The 5th one, he took it, and also took some mortal wounds, finally died, giving me Slay the Warlord. Gilliman's still alive with 3 wounds. We'll come back at the end of Dark Eldar movement, turn 4. Alright, end of Dark Eldar movement, turn 4. It's getting close, so move to capture Recon and that objective. This one advanced to get to that objective. That one advanced with the Archons inside to get that objective. Planes moved over there. Ravager moved over there. That one didn't move. And we'll see if Gilliman survives this with his 3 wounds. Not gonna happen. End of Ultramarines now, turn 5. Gilliman shot and killed 5 of those Cavalites. Conrad popped a stratagem to give him an additional cover bonus, and because it's turn 5, he's fearless, so he won't pop the leadership. Assaulted a Venom and particularly blew it up. So we'll come back, see if Conrad can do 1 wound to Gilliman. End of Dark Eldar, turn 5, and no Gilliman, which means end of game. Gilliman made some clutch saves at the end, but just couldn't take it against the Ravager. Final score ends up being 29-16 in favor of the Dark Eldar. Conrad, good game, sir. Good game. Always a pleasure. Thank you again for watching the battle report. Appreciate you guys liking, subscribing. If you really like the content, subscribe to our Patreon. And stay tuned to the next one, probably coming up next week. Alright guys, thanks for watching.